Good morning, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another reaction video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my good name. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that have been posted in public domain. Like today, I'm going to share my thoughts on what's happening around Davy Jr, Dancing Grandma, Mwita, and Yaya. So for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. I also have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba, and that is a game-changing or a life-changing project that I've initiated in that YouTube channel. For those who watch it, they really know. Actually, that project is all about transforming the community. It will be a source of income, a source of employment, and it will be creating and equipping people with skills and knowledge on how to survive in the ecosystem. So for those who want to support that project, you can support with what you have. I'm not forcing anyone, just do it willingly. That is what I can tell us. For those who want to contribute, a bag of cement, a truck of sand, a truck of machine cutting stone, a truck of hardcore, a truck of ballast, you are called upon. You can contribute with what you feel like contributing. Having said that, let us support that project. And back to reaction and today's video. I want us to listen because there is something I've been observing carefully over time, and I didn't want to rush to speak about it because this involves real people, real families, real support from donors. But at the same time, when questions start coming up repeatedly, when situations don't sit right, you have to talk. I have to raise concern. Today, I want to share my thoughts on what's happening around Davy Jr, Dancing Grandma, Mwita, and Yaya. This is not attack. This is not a hate. This is my own observation. This is my own analysis. And most importantly, this is about accountability and dignity. When I talk about accountability, my track record puts it clear, because I saw some of these YouTubers who are now attacking me that, Max, what about the GoFund? You squandered, you smashed, I don't know you did what. The good thing is that the reality, they saw the reality, and one of them is now praising everything about the GoFund. The person who was calling me that I scammed the GoFund is now there defending this GoFund. I'm now asking myself that you are the same person you were saying that Max did this, because you never knew what that GoFund entailed, because now you are being told that this is the reality about the GoFund. Now you see that Max was there, Max is very accountable, Max is this what, and I knew from the start you are being given pressure from somebody, and that somebody, I'm no longer going to mention that somebody, because I don't have to give people shout out for I don't need to give people shout out, yeah. But let us not, if you have a problem, yeah, if you think I did this, come with the receipts. Tell us, Max, you did this, where this money that is in question, yeah. Because one thing that I usually do, I bring my evidence. Like today, I'm going to react from the recent video, especially moments showing or involving Mwita, Dancing Grandma, Yaya was there, and there are scenes that raise concern. And we can see a lot of tension when Yaya is there. Even the donor from New Jersey had to be called.
Hello, Grandma. Sorry. Grandma, I'm recording my video. I've translated that.
Okay. Where she going?
Yeah, unaenda hapo, unafaa kuwa hapa.
Usitumie kwa mdomo.
When David told Yaya, I said Yaya are supposed to go look a shop. There is $60,000 that David is holding on for Yaya to open the shop.
Alikuwa amepata nyumba.
It's because of her behavior.
And Yaya, you need to apologize to Davy Jr. right now in front of me. Right now. In the U.S., you know?
Yes.
And you sit there and go around with Jose. Jose, your heart is as black as you are.
Right, Mom, let's proceed to do some shopping right now. I'm recording my video. We are going right now.
Please go and help Davy.
Yeah, we are going with the Jonte. I want to call the KK guy right now. We go do serious shopping.
After watching that clip, we can see tension, we can see discomfort. You see moments where Mwita appears to be distressed. We can see Yaya being blamed. We can see Mwita being blamed on the other side. And this reminds me about some moments back where I used to see Mwita kneeling and raising hands, looking helpless in front of Davy Jr. Imagine Mwita, being an old man, kneels for a young man. That Davy Jr., forgive me. I used to pause and ask myself, because that is not just normal interaction, that raises a deeper question. Is this support or something changing? Because according to traditions and according to what I know, how can you kneel down for your fellow human being? I used to kneel down when I was in school, when I used to do mistake like a punishment. So is Mwita kneeling down as a punishment? Because even if he's kneeling down like a punishment, how can an old man kneel down for a young man? That raises a lot of questions. And this reminds me, this is all about money and donations. And let me talk about that, because that is something that is very sensitive but very important. Donations. We know that this whole system involve people from different countries supporting this family. So far, we have heard about a name, I don't know, New Jersey. A woman from New Jersey. That is the name that we have heard, who is trying to support all these families. The videos are there, we have seen it. But apart from this person, we have heard about other people. And these other people, even some of them, ending up sending me receipts in my WhatsApp that I sent Davy Jr. this amount of money, but he has not accounted for it. So for me, let me just tell us a reality. I react to videos that have been posted in public domain. So these receipts that you're sending me, I'll just be keeping them in a safer place in case of anything or any justification. That is where I'll be presenting it. But I do not react on videos or on allegations that I don't know. If you people did your transactions, your business behind the scene, there is no need for me to just come and now raise the complaint. And let me say this about what I'm observing. There is a trend that is happening to this family. And the trend is this. This family is forced to be there when Davy Jr. is doing his video. So that tells us that the same family is not allowed time to do their own business, especially when Davy Jr. is around. So they have to be there. And based on what is said in different videos and discussion, their mention of significant amount of money, including claims about tens of thousands of dollars. Because there is also a mention of donor from a place like New Jersey, so who have reportedly contributed substantial support over time. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not verifying these figures, but I'm saying these. When such numbers are mentioned publicly, questions naturally raised. Because when this woman was talking about, I don't know, 60,000 USD, I started asking myself, because when she's talking about 60,000 USD, then on the other side, I hear Davy Jr talking about 60,000, yeah? I don't want to speculate about those figures because those figures are meaningless when it comes to me. For example, how much has been received in total? I cannot ascertain that because is it in dollars? Is it in Kenya shillings? So how has it been allocated? There is no proof about that. So do the visible projects match the reported support? A lot of things are being asked when it comes to that. Do they match? And let me say this. When it comes to accountability, there is nothing. So these are not accusations. These are accountability questions that Davy Jr need to answer, because once money is involved, transparency is not optional, especially when you're being given money to do a project. There is nothing like you're not supposed to account for this. So you are supposed to account for that in a transparency manner, and that is not an optional. Some of us, we have been receiving money before. We usually account for those money. The money that you're not supposed to account is the money that somebody tells you that, this one, I've been told to use it for myself. Why do you account for money that somebody has told you to use it for yourself? You're not supposed to account for that. So this brings another situation about Yaya's shop. And let me talk about it. From what is shown in the video, the setup appears to have been done so quickly. We can see discussion involving Davy Jr. with this calling me. Davy Jr. with John T. Fresh. Yeah, they're discussing on how they are supposed to go and buy items. So items were purchased and delivered. Items were even delivered, and the information is not clear whether Yaya was fully involved in key decisions like what to buy, pricing, profit expectation. Because let me talk about what to buy. When somebody opens for me business willingly, I have to decide what to buy, because I know very well for when it comes to fast moving items, yeah, I have to buy fast moving items, and I have to be consoled because that is my business is being it is being opened. So not because you have been sent money, so you want to dictate. You want to go and buy, and after buying those items, you want to come and dictate the pricing that I'm supposed to use, and without showing me receipts. So that tells me that the profit expectation I can't know, and that raises an important question. Is the business truly hers, or is it being managed for her? Because if you have opened a business for somebody, you let that individual make decisions by herself, because empowerment is not just like giving resources. It is giving understanding, it is giving control, and it is giving ownership. Without that, sustainability becomes a challenge. And what we see from Yaya's point, that is all about sustainability becoming a challenge. Now this drags to us something that we call control and access. And this is another thing that stands out. Is this the issue of access? From what is being said and seen, there are claims and perception that other content creators are discouraged from visiting the site. You know, I've seen a lot of YouTubers visiting sites. Maybe like me, right now I've started building, yeah? I can see some YouTubers, like the other day, you people could see with these Victor updates, where I even say that support Victor updates. Yeah, we can see, look at the traveler there, and any other person who wants to come. I'm not going to restrict who is supposed to visit my site. So these creates a lot of issues, because when Hosea visited that site, a lot of questions were asked. Hosea was seen as a hater, as a traitor, and he was there, even filmed. Then people were told that this is a spy in this camp. He was chased. This reminds me when I was doing a video with Victor Updates. Victor Updates said categorically that he was passing there and they started chasing him. Even I was telling him, you as a man, you are not even supposed to run. Why should you run because of any other man? There is no police officer who will arrest you because this individual has called them to arrest you. No, if you know you don't have any mistake, who should arrest you? So some individuals are labeled negative. So in this YouTube street, there is nothing like negativity. We have seen, even for me, sometimes my name has been dragged to some allegations that I don't even know. Most of these people who are being perceived as negative reactors, they come out with their own receipt. They prove this is what happens. And one thing I like about these people who are being perceived as negative, they go step by step showing evidence of what is being shown. And at most time, when the reality comes, people now say that, these people used to say the reality. That is how we do our thing. So we can see interaction with the family appeared control, because Yaya is being blamed because he was seen in Jose's channel, of which now they're claiming that she went there and started speaking negatively about Lady J. But again, this is based on observation and discussion around the videos. And let me say this about what raises key question. Should help come with limitation or on who can interact with the family? Because what we see from this project of Mwini telenovela, yeah, this is something that it is being controlled. We can see there's some people who are supposed to interact with this family, because we can even see neighbors, like let's say Matiko's family, they're not supposed to interact with the dancing grandma. So that tells us that, because support should expand opportunities, not restrict them. But what we are seeing, what Davy Jr is doing, he is restricting the opportunity. So when support, instead of expanding, it now restricting which people should be seen there, that creates a lot of questions. And this makes me to talk about dignity and elderly care. And when I'm talking about dignity, because we are dealing with elderly people here. Dancing grandma, she's elderly. Mwita is elderly. So there are people who deserve respect, privacy, and peace. But when emotional moments are filmed, we can see that Davy Jr doing that from his point. Personal struggles are shared publicly. We have been seeing how their names have been talked in YouTube. Family conflicts are being discussed openly. Even we have seen Mwita being shown on cameras that he's drunk. We have seen a lot of things. So we have to ask, at what point does helping becomes exposure? That is invasion of privacy, because not everything needs to be content. There are sometimes content creation has a limit. So when you see me here seated in my corner doing my content creation, because I don't want to be a bother to other families, and that's the reality. So let us balance the story, and we have to be fair enough Because is it true without Davy Jr, some of these development may not have happened? There has been visible support, there has been effort, there has been impact, and that should be acknowledged. But at the same time, support does not cancel the need for accountability. Both can coexist and both can exist. But let me talk about pattern of conflict, and I'm going to talk about an observation, and in different situations, not just once. Who is this calling me? Not just one situation. There seem to be a recurring tension whenever conflicts arise involving people around the same cycle. Now again, I'm not concluding anything, but I'm saying when patterns appear, they deserve attention. And this leads to us a very big question, and we have to ask ourselves, who benefit the most from this setup? Because everything that we can see about Dancing Grandma, this is all about setup. If the house has been done, why can't they relocate and live in that house? Why do you still need to go to disturb peace in that homestead? So let me tell us who is benefiting. Is it the family becoming independent, or the content continuing to grow around their situation? Because if the system depends on vulnerability, and that is what Davy Jr is doing, he depends on vulnerable people, then that tells us the need to be examined carefully. And at the end of the day, this is not about attacking Davy Jr. This is about this is not about actually taking side. This is about something something bigger, which is transparency, dignity, accountability. Let us account for everything that we do. Let us show transparency in everything. Let us show our dignity when it comes to vulnerability, and because helping people shows, and it should never be them feeling powerless. Because what we can see, Mwita is feeling powerless, Dancing Grandma is feeling powerless, Davy Jr is feeling powerful, and Yaya, she's feeling powerless. So it should never take away their voices. It should never create dependency. And if everything is being done the right way, the question should not be the problem, because truth does not fear question. Let us continue supporting the vulnerables. For those who like to support my project, stay tuned, because more videos are coming and I'll be exposing more things the way they come. So goodbye for now. Let us support my project. Goodbye. Let us subscribe to Vibe with Lumumba. Let us make it happen. So goodbye. Let us meet in the next video. Goodbye.